fuck with an INFJ. You do not.
I feel like back then when I was younger and before I met my ex, I was like that. Like, I remember if someone fucked with me, I would prank call them. Like, I know that's lame, but it was my way of, like, revenge, and that sounds probably lame. But I would, like, prank call them, be like, this is the IRS, like, I'll do stupid shit like that to mess with them.
I used to do that shit with this one
That's so
bitch
stupid.
that cheated on me.
Yeah.
So, I was nothing but faithful to her, right? She cheated on me, and then had a hissy fit when we broke up, and I was with some other girl. Oh, and here's the kicker. You know how I know she cheated on me? Because I was told she was pregnant, and I hadn't had sex with her, because I don't have sex with anyone I'm not married to.
Oh, wow. So she cheated. Yeah. How do people cheat? I can't do that.
So once the guy found out she was pregnant, he did her. She wanted to come back to me. She called my number, and I was like, thank you for calling the abortion clinic in Pizzeria, where tomorrow sauce.
That'd be something I would do for sure. Yeah, I would do shit like that. It's funny. That's hilarious, though. I bet you she was like, fuck.
Well, I also did it in a different voice. Because one time she called thinking she might have called the wrong number, and I was like, this is the Hitman hotline, where we guarantee your hit go the next person who hit you. There's $10,000 a minute.
Hey guys, I'm gonna try Final Fantasy XV, and just so you know, me and my friend are on a conversation. Oh shit. Yeah, I did, well, I don't know if you heard of it, but it's like prank dial, and you get tokens for being on there, and they would have like these funny skit things that you could...
Oh yeah, people used to do that shit to me. Yeah. There was this one girl that did it to me because I refused to get married to her because she was already married.
What the fuck is wrong with people? Sorry, ma'am, I can't marry you. You're already married. That makes no sense.
Or we're getting a divorce. Okay,
fuck?
well, tell me when the divorce.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, she tried to make my life a living hell. She called my friends the N-word, which is kind of more of an insult to her than it is them because she's black and they're not, so.
What?
She called me a cracker, which is actually a compliment. You know why the term cracker is not really offensive to white people?
Because crackers taste good. They're salty.
No.
Oh.
The term cracker originated by Native Americans as a term for the guy with the whip.
Oh my god, people are stupid.
I kid you not.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so around the time, the term cracker popped up during the time, you know, slaves were in the United States and they were white and black and Native American slaves. But the term was coined to identify the guy with the whip because the whip made a cracking sound.
Wow.
So every time somebody called me a cracker, I'm like, well, I'd rather be that guy than the other guy at the other end of the whip.
Yeah, for sure. There you go.
Also, I also get a lot of hate for this one, but, you know, black people weren't the only slaves. Native Americans were the first slaves, and then black and whites were brothers.
Oh yeah, this is a new game I'm playing. Look how cute it is. It's a fox. Look.
Rarely came to the United States. It actually went to the Bermuda Islands, whatever the hell they're called, like Haiti and whatnot. And then rarely ever stopped by here. The only time slave ships ever stopped here were to pick up spices or whatever and then take them over, which is very rarely. Mainly because a lot of people weren't constantly buying slaves. If you're going to sell something to people who are going to buy it in bulk, right? You're not going to keep trying to sell something to someone who's only going to buy one time every 20 years. And that's pretty much how the American slaves work. Slave owners could only afford so many slaves, so they only, kept so many because, slaves are expensive.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know this, but do you know what the bloodline to exile is in Native American lineage?
Like the Iroquois?
Like Cherokee, Iroquois.
Yeah.
Bloodline to exile. Okay, so you're aware that the Cherokee and the Iroquois were very against killing their own, right?
Right.
So a lot of times, what happens is if you break the rules, you get exiled, right?
Right.
Okay. A bloodline exile, normally there's what's called a normal exile where you get exiled, but your child or descendants can eventually join. Bang. A bloodline exile is an exile that you and all of your blood, past and present, are completely kicked out. And this is worse than death. Exile is worse than death, but normal exile, your children are going to be reunited with the tribe. Without a bloodline exile, they don't even care if your children die. How do you... My family, being Cherokee, were kicked out of our tribe for breaking the unspoken rule. We don't give away our own. One of my great-great-great-great-grandparents sold her own sons and daughters into slavery so they wouldn't die on the Trail of Tears.
Wow.
And this was discovered, and my ancestors were outlined. My great-grandmother was the last woman to go through the process of being stripped of your Native American lineage and then forced to marry a white woman.
Gee, I didn't know that.
He's the last one. Of course, my grandmother was one of the last people to be a part of the child labor in the United States. I am the third generation of American born in my family.
I know we have stuff in us. I think we're much so. Because my dad has like German in him and Russian, I was told. And my mom has Iroquois Indian.
My mom's German, Irish, Cherokee. My family's like, my grandmother used to say when it came to my family, they always decided to have a worship and stuff. There's no telling what's in mine. Yeah, but I've also found out that on my grandfather's side, I got war criminals in my family. Like, you know how humans around killing you?
Yes.
My family was part of it.
Oh wow, that's crazy. So like they knew how to fight and stuff, like in the war?
Yeah, I had family that fought in the war. My grandfather is technically a double agent. But yeah, I actually had family in Germany that were SS officers. They weren't soldiers, they were Jews. And apparently that's where my love of killing things comes from. My family has a long history of killing people.
I think it's kind of cool because at least they knew how to fight and like take care of themselves if they had to, you know?
Yes, I mean, most of my family knew how to do that. You know, I was told that, during the witch trial year, I had family who were just actively telling witch hunters random people witches simply because they didn't like them. Like, I was told that one of the women in my family over in Germany actually accused this woman of being a witch because she was in love with the woman's husband.
Wow. Well, I know I was reading up on that, and apparently, like, there was, like, spoiled bread or wheat, and that's how they thought that they were witches, because they were, like, hallucinating from the spoiled food.
Okay, are you familiar with the story of the Salem witch trial? There was that one girl who led these other girls to go against the people, which caused mass hysteria in Salem.
Yeah, that's what I was reading about, I
check
think.
this out. Me and a friend of mine were looking up these cases of witch trials in Europe.
Oh, so it's a different
One
thing?
little girl, well, okay, so our parents were accused of being witches, right? So our mother was and older sister, right? And the little girl, at first, didn't say anything. Well, she was later re-examined by, this, I don't know what it was, a witch hunter. And, she said that her mother was a witch and went on to give elaborate details about her mother. And people believed it because of so much detail. And the girl's father said, "Girl, stop talking, for you do not know what you speak." But, well, he got arrested and was put to death with the girl. The girl, her parents and her older sister were put to death. She miraculously disappeared from history.
What?
Well, what ends up happening is all of a sudden, this orphan girl pops up in Salem. She's about 10, none of the people being executed were actual witches. There was an elaborate scheme by a group of girls, some of which were dead. And the leader of these girls magically disappeared.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder if, like, someone helped her?
Well, there's some historians believe that Abigail was murdered by the townsfolk for her false accusations. Like, one of the girls eventually came clean to her parents. They had a secret meeting, and the girl told the people what was actually happening, and they turned around, killed Abigail in her sleep, and then buried her in an unmarked grave somewhere outside of Salem.
That's crazy.
And of course, the witch hunter was like, oh, nobody's witches? Goodbye. And left. Can't even bother apologize. You want to hear something interesting?
What?
You know when the first alien abduction was? Or the first modern alien abduction?
No, I don't.
1800s, when there were no planes. So, the way it goes was these three guys were fishing in a boat. They're on a stream that only goes one way. As you know, the only way you can go upstream against the water is to paddle against it, right? Well, they were fishing, and what they saw was, early one morning, they saw these black lights in the sky. What's interesting, this was the 1800s, and the first airplane wouldn't be invented until like 1920, 1930. So I was seeing something in the sky. There was a bright light, and then the next thing after that, it was nighttime, and they were a quarter of a mile upstream. Upstream. Not downstream, upstream.
That's crazy. How?
They would go up to tell us, and this is a well-documented experience, a thing that scientists have been trying to figure out. Because there's a group of men in the 1800s who all these comic strips making fun of these three men who state that they were abducted and taken into spiritual world. Well, interestingly enough, they also describe what took them as being the light was a saucer shaped like a plate. This was not a well-documented time in the early 1900s in the U.S. So not a lot of people would have been aware of this article because they were all local, and then most people would have forgotten about it, 100 years later. So all of a sudden, in the 1930s, 1940s, 1950s, and 1960s, all of a sudden, all these flying saucers and all these people seeing saucers, and the unknown aircraft that cannot be explained that move unnaturally through the air. In World War II, the United States got into a gunfight with a weather balloon that could not be shot down with our most advanced anti-aircraft ship. Furthermore, weather balloons can't move at 100 miles an hour. They move with the wind. So if it goes from moving at 10 miles an hour to suddenly excelling about 1,000 or 10,000, whatever they said it was, that's not a weather balloon. Okay?
Wow.
But yeah, it was stated about 1,000 people in Chicago, probably everyone in Chicago saw it. It's called All Kinds of Panic. And the military even said there was clear evidence that the shells hit the thing but made no damage. Well, all of this is interesting because they're all saucers. And the first modern report of an alien abduction is in the 1800s. Now, this leads me to believe one thing. If hardly anyone at that time knew of these reports, why were all these sudden reports that came independent? And this is a time when the internet, all of which you were not able to know from anyone else.
Right.
Like, there was no internet, and so it's one of those things where even radio stations were local. So unless you traveled all over, things would be known. It's not talked about, but millions of people across the United States are describing UFOs the same exact way. And then some people who describe abduction start having these mysterious objects in their body from outer space. This one guy claimed he was abducted by aliens and they put something in his brain. Come to find out, during an x-ray, the guy had a small piece of a meteorite in his skull, but there was no explanation how it happened. What it was in his brain,
history. They've learned. I remember him getting shot and he had a brace on. I remember his son.
Okay, so one of his sons, the president, was giving a speech and was shot by a gunman standing directly in front of him. The bullet was the entry wound the bullet was behind his ear. There was no evidence of ricochet or anything. You gotta be fucking really still to shoot a bullet in and then still hit your heart.
Right.
And according to the evidence, this was the equivalent of getting shot with a small caliber gun at point-blank range. How does someone in front of you shoot you? Now here's the kicker. There was no exit wound from behind the ear either. So, if the guy was shot from the front and no sign of ricochet, then that's gotta be a magic bullet, right? Only way it's gonna go in one way, go in without even thinking and coming out the back.
Right.
Well, yeah, it was the bullet hole was behind his ear. The actual bullet hole was behind his ear. Furthermore, John F. Kennedy, a lot of people believe the gunman was actually in the sewer system the whole time. Why? Because the way John F. Kennedy's head goes in slow motion from the time he shot. Because the car never stopped moving. So when he got shot, his head goes back before it goes forward. If you're shot in the back of the head, your head's gonna go forward, then back. Watch the JFK video in slow motion. The moment he's shot, his head goes back.
Okay guys, so I'm playing Final Fantasy XP and sorry I'm talking with my friend. I like to talk with friends usually when I'm gaming. Like I said, I can send you my number. We can start talking on the phone. I'm starting to branch out, meet new people. But he has a lot of interest in conspiracy theories and stuff like that. He's pretty chill, so.
When you're in high school, do they not teach the stronger force is always going to overpower the weaker one?
In high school, I learned a lot about like Christianity and stuff, which was weird, and biology.
Bro, you want to hear something weird about Christianity?
What?
Before he strikes again!
Here comes! I got your back!
Here you go.
Let's go!
They destroyed history, but the Catholic Church gets blamed for it. You want to hear something also interesting?
What?
There is no evidence of Jesus ever existing according to any actual record.
The decreed hour is come.
Oh yeah, true. My
Set
sister
forth
said
with
something
my
about-
blessing, Prince
She believes
Noctis.
his birthday was in December, I think she
Thank
said.
you. Your Majesty.
Take your leave and go in the grace of the gods.
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, princes will be princes. So much for royal protocol.
Not like you had to deliver a formal address.
Your Highness!
Oh shit.
What now?
I fear I have left too much unsaid. You place a great burden on those who would bear with you.
You're one to talk.
I ask not that you guide my wayward son, merely that you remain at his side.
Indeed, Your Grace.
We'll see the prince to Alticia if it's the last thing we see.
Yeah, what he said.
Hate to break this up, but Core's got the motor running. Drados, he's in your hands.
And another thing. Do mind your manners around your charming bride-to-be.
Your Majesty as well. Try to mind yours around our esteemed guests from Niflheim.
You have no cause for concern.
Nor do you.
Take heed. Once you set forth, you cannot turn back.
You think I would?
I need only know that you are ready to leave home behind.
Don't know about you, but I'm ready as I'll ever be.
Take care on the long road. Wheresoever you should go, the line of Lucis goes with you. Walk tall, my son.
Interesting, isn't it?
Life is just full of surprises.
Oh, here's another interesting thing. Did you know Jesus killed his best friend?
No, I did not.
Yep. Well,
That's so sad. Magi, I always thought like it was a magician. Maybe that's why my sister likes it over there. Like, she wants to live there one day, but she can't. I think so, because she said that,
I think we can forget about hitching our way there. Thought people were friendly outside the city.
You can only go so far on the kindness of strangers.
You're just gonna have to push her all the way.
I've already pushed myself to the brink of death.
Get up. Come on, car isn't gonna move itself.
Sheesh. I thought the car was supposed to move us.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Can it? Ready, steady. Push!
name a single god of what? Santa Claus? Well, he might be to some. He brings gifts. Oh. How do we...
So heavy.
Gods that are considered right at any point in the Arab history. In fact, their skin colors range from dark black like charcoal, brown,
Get some butt here.
green, and so forth.
Booty, booty. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Not exactly a fairy tale beginning, huh, Prince Noctis?
We let ourselves get carried away.
Look, these things happen.
Let's just hope this isn't some omen.
Gladio, do me a favor.
What?
Push this thing by yourself.
All by myself?
You won't even notice if we just let go.
Pronto, don't even think about it.
Save some breath for pushing.
Ignis, come on, time to switch.
Nuh-uh. We just switched back there.
And it's my turn, Noct.
His turn.
Oh, my hands are killing me.
You rather I kill you with mine?
Easy there, tough guy.
Any luck?
Only a busy signal.
Hold the phone. Is it just me?
Did you
Or
ever
was it
play
supposed
Final
to be way
Fantasy
closer?
before?
I assure you, the map is correct.
I'm
The
playing the
map said Hammerhead was right there.
V1.
Literally next door.
Looks that way. On a map of the world.
I don't know. We're pushing a car in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, XV. That's what I meant. Did I say XV? I don't know. This one's.
The world's a big old place.
Filled with wonders.
Tell that to my legs.
You guys even pushing?
Well, we're
Hard as
pushing
I
a car. I
can.
don't know. It's called Final Fantasy
Oh,
XV.
you're playing Final Fantasy. Oh, no, there should be an I after that. Oh, no, yeah, you're playing. No, okay, I got it wrong. I was thinking Final Fantasy 14. Oh, no, you're playing Final Fantasy. Oh, yeah, I don't beat that.
Yeah, it was on here, so I was like, huh, I'm gonna check this out. I think my ex
Yeah,
actually played
yeah.
this. He played a lot of different games like this.
Oh, I played all the Final Fantasy games. I could tell you things about Final Fantasy. So, have you say Final Fantasy Type O yet?
Wait, which one is that?
Type O. It's called Final Fantasy Type O.
I don't think
Type
so.
Typeo. Yeah, the letter O. Yeah.
No.
Okay. When you
Hey
after you
there,
beat
don't
that,
let the girl wait.
look up Final Fantasy Type O. You might have to go to
Now,
GameStop.
which one
And
is
if you
the
do you have a
Prince?
PlayStation 3?
I have a 4.
Aha.
Okay, you're gonna need a 3
Hello,
for this
Your
one.
Highness.
But when you
Congrats on
if you
your
ever
wedding.
do get another PlayStation 3,
it's
get
just
Final
yet.
Fantasy 13.
Lady Luna Freya's
Don't
going to
worry
be
about
here
Final
in
Fantasy
Hammerhead.
13 Part 2 or
Apologies for
3.
taking so long.
Just get 13. Because let
You
me
better
explain
save your
something.
apologies for
All
Pawpaw.
3 of those games take place on the same
Well,
planet.
it's you.
Cindy. Sid's grease monkey
Okay, so you're
granddaughter.
playing Final Fantasy 15, which takes place 100 and something years before Type O.
She's a custom classic.
And Final Fantasy
not some
13
big
takes
old
place
clunker.
thousands of years after both of those events. So here's what happens. In Final Fantasy
Prince
15,
Noctis.
you're going to come across these crystals
Yeah.
that summon gods. I'm not going to give you any spoilers unless you want them, but
Like they took your
these
old man and
crystals
kicked
are
your
going to look
dinky out of him.
interesting because they're going to serve points. The
You
crystals,
got a long
you're
way
also
to
going
go,
to
son.
come across someone who's
And that
called
slack
a
jaw's getting you
SEI,
nowhere
or Celsi, I forget how they pronounce it. They're incredibly powerful people, and you only notice there's only, I think,
It's
only
gonna take
one
a
or
while.
two are mentioned in
Y'all
the game.
get her in and run along.
Celsi are individuals mentioned in Final Fantasy 13 who are chosen by the crystals for a
Y'all heard him.
purpose.
Let's get
Once they
moving.
complete the
Right
purpose,
this way.
they turn into crystals and you forget about them. Okay. Well, the crystals don't play a big
Well,
part.
I have a question, okay? That girl is wearing
Never any good.
really
at it
short
either.
shorts. Her titties are popping out of her bra. Or bathing suit. But she had a fucking coat on and it's hot out. Look at all of them. They're all wearing black. How are they not fucking sweating their titties off? Number one. Number two, how is she not sweating her titties off but she's wearing a fucking
And they
coat?
have powers. Well, these kids, unknowing
I
to
just think
them,
that-
are actually immortal. They actually don't
What the
know
fuck?
this, but
He's hot
their
as fuck though. He's so
teacher,
cute. But I don't think I'd ever date him. We'd probably be friends.
because their teacher is God.
I would want to date him, but he wouldn't like me. He'd probably like someone like Tifa. And then that one right there, the hot Wolverine guy over here next to me, is hot as fuck to me and would be cute, but I don't think I'd be his type either because I'm like shy. I think they like the type that's like cheerleader type. And then this guy over here, I probably would end up with nobody in this group actually. Let's see.
What's that?
Probably this guy right here actually. But I would really want to be with this guy, but he would just play games with me back and forth. Because he wouldn't know what he wanted. You know, he's like one of those guys I feel like that just wouldn't know what they would want. This guy would just have fun, and this guy might be gay, I don't know him, and then the other guy, probably the guy I'd be
Hey
hanging out
there,
with or friends
Prince.
with. Who knows?
Y'all ain't never been out this way before, have you? Go on, have a look around. This'll make sure y'all don't get lost.
After 1,000 years, they all started having these weird memories like
He's
this
cute,
had happened. There's actually little cutscenes, if you find them, actually, they mention they have these weird
Well, might
memories
as well
like this
make
is all
good use of the
happening.
extra
But,
time.
I
And
want
you
to play
actually
further
don't
into
find
the
out
story,
until
but
the
he
very
is
end
so
that they're
gorgeous. Look
actually
at
immortal
him.
because they're technically the
How
only
is he not
people
sweating to
who
death
can
in that fucking
summon
black shit?
the gods.
They got
family might take it better here. Look at his hair. It's so cute. How's his cloud?
What's a
I'm
gill?
gonna leave that here for now.
Character Noctis
Okay, I'll
is
save it.
actually said to be the only person in
Guys, let's
existence
do some
who can
stuff.
summon the gods at all, except one person, your wife. You'll find out about her
So cute.
later.
He's going
Well,
on
you're
about his little
supposed to be wife.
little
You don't
stuff.
actually get married for.
Alright, guys. Talk to you later.
Mainly because
Bye.
you end up killing yourself at the end of the game.
Oh yeah, let me know down in the comments if you played this and if you like it. I'm still here.
Oh yeah. So in 13, this is where the comes in interesting, because the party you work at, all the people you come at, actually